Hi there, everybody. Welcome to the Crimson Corner right here on KSL.com. Busy week for Utah sports. Let's get right into it with the Ute football scrimmage up at Rice Eccles on Friday. Kyle Whittingham's team getting after it on a beautiful day in Rice Eccles. Hey, listen to this. Bubba Poole and Jared Norris on a collision. Backup QB Adam Schultz starting the day off strong. Nice throw to another guy had a great day, Dres Anderson. Schultz finishes off the drive by hitting Jake Murphy in the end zone. Touchdown. Schultz again to Dres Anderson for the touchdown right there. Dres had 6 receptions on the day. Starter Travis Wilson, he began a little slow, but interception right here by Charles Henderson. But Wilson would get things going, though. Finding Kenneth Scott. And Scott had a pretty explosive play right there. Another guy who had a great day, Bubba Poole. You just have to find someone to take over for the graduated John White IV. Maybe it's Bubba. Defense had its moments too. Quade Chapuis with the tipped pick off of Wilson. It just wasn't Wilson though. Schultz throws the 87-yard interception return right there. Tyrone Morris Edwards takes it back. Brandon Cox, a true freshman, he looked good, especially extending the play. Scampers for the touchdown, 7 yards. Wilson would then get hot, finds Dres on a nice fade, and then the swing pass to Lucky Radley. Boop, boop, boop. Nice move there. The two-point conversion right here, nice fade. NFL film shot to Anthony Denham. Charles Henderson would finish off the day with another interception off Adam Schultz. All right, here's a look at the quarterback numbers. Wilson, 11 of 25, 146 yards. He had a touchdown, but also threw 2 picks. How about Schultz? 13 of 22, 175 yards, 2 TDs, also 2 interceptions. Brandon Cox, 7 of 10, 66 yards. He also had a rushing touchdown. Running backs had a pretty productive day as well. James Bubba Poole with 12 carries, 68 yards, 3 TDs. Lucky Radley, 10 carries, 47 yards. He also had a touchdown. Carl Williams had 5 rushes for 20 yards and a touch. Brandon Cox, 7 carries at the quarterback spot, 50 yards, and also a TD. How about the receivers? They had their best day so far of spring football. Dres Anderson, the big guy, today, 6 catches, 106 yards, that touchdown. Kenneth Scott, Mr. Explosive, 4 catches, 60 yards. Brian Allen, 3 receptions, 54 yards. He also got in the end zone. The stats for the defense, the best ones coming from the backfield. They had 4 interceptions combined. Henderson had 2 from the safety position. Quade Chapuis with 1. And then you saw Tyrone Morris Edwards with that 87-yard interception return for the touchdown. Here's what they said afterwards.
A lot of positives in the scrimmage, still some work to do, as there always is. But we did a lot better job offensively of not shooting ourselves in the foot. Last scrimmage, we had some things going on offense, and then we'd do something stupid and kill a drive. And so that was the biggest thing offensively that we saw today, is we finished drives and we didn't, no self-inflicted wounds.
We got to be a little bit more consistent. We've got to catch the ball more consistent. We did today. Probably was the best day that our receivers had, and we were able to make some big plays, which is kind of what this offense is all about. So you always got to get better. I mean, who knows? I mean, we won't know until we play Utah State probably. And Pac-12, as we all know, is a very difficult league with a lot of good football teams.
I've wanted to step up to be a bigger leader on this team and lead my guys. So I think that's where I've grown a little bit, and but there's also stuff I need to work on too.
Tempo of the offense was good. I thought we had a good pace as far as that goes.
We want to achieve to run more plays in games. We want to achieve more first downs and definitely more touchdowns. So I think it's a great way to speed up the game, and definitely having a high tempo is what we want to do.
I think right now, if you were to say what is the most improved unit on the entire football team from last year to this spring, is the offensive line.
I wouldn't want any other kids in front of me, and so far they're doing a great job, and I'm really proud of them.
Defense, a little soft at times, but I'm telling you, probably half of our starting defense is not out there right now full time, and so not concerned about it. But we did make some plays in the secondary, got some interceptions, which is good to see.
It's refreshing to see us get some interceptions, especially after having a lackluster performance in that area last year, and the year before we actually led the conference in picks. So we got to get back to what we're used to doing and creating big plays.
We've got 6 practices left, and we need every single one of them, and we got to keep progressing.
All right, Robert Jackson, Mike Grant from the Crimson Corner right here on KSL.com. You two have been to every spring practice. Robert, what position has improved the most from day one until the scrimmage today?
Rod, to answer your question, let's go back to last season. Throughout all of fall camp, we didn't know who the 5 offensive line starters were going to be. And through the first 4 games of the season, even against Northern Colorado, that line struggled. So far through spring camp, and we talked to Coach Dan Finn about this, the offensive line is 8 deep, anchored by freshman All-American candidate C.J. Patassi at left tackle. The offensive line is deep, and they're hoping to get that number up to 10 by fall camp.
Yeah, and depth is one thing that they said they really needed to improve, and apparently, according to you and your liking, you think they've done that. What about you? What position do you think has improved from day one till today?
Day one from today, what I've seen is the running backs, honestly. They have to replace John White. Yeah. Right now, they have 3 guys who could probably start. James Poole, Bubba Poole, as we call him. Lucky Radley's been really good. And one of the guys that's really impressed me is Layton's own Carl the Truth Williams. He's really looked good. They can't tackle him. Nobody can tackle him.
Did you really just go there?
That's his nickname.
Carl the Truth.
Yeah.
I want Lucky Radley to get all the carries because on Saturday on Sports Beat we can say, Lucky Radley!
He's got to be the captain of the all-name team, right?
Absolutely. Okay, Mike, continuing, what immediate impact can you see that Dennis Erickson has had on his offensive side of the ball?
There's a couple things, tempo and explosive plays. They're getting to the line, they're getting the play faster, they're getting to the line of scrimmage faster, and then they're throwing, by their own definition, an explosive play is a play over 12 yards. It seems like every 2-3 plays, they're throwing it over 12 yards.
And they didn't go downfield last year, and that was a problem.
Not at all. Not at all. And it got embarrassing. They couldn't get first downs.
Of course, when your quarterback, his arm's hanging down like that, it's not too good.
Very true. They had duct tape wrapped around it.
Do you want to comment on how Erickson has improved this offense?
I can't overemphasize this tempo thing enough. Utah is not going to be Oregon. However, anytime you go 18 to 22 seconds in between plays, it forces the defense to adjust. And the offensive tempo, we've seen these explosive plays because they are catching the defense not in the same position. And you know, if anything else, it creates another level of complexity for defenses to adjust for.
Now, on that tempo, it goes back to what you were saying about the depth on the offensive line. If they're going to, snap the ball every 18 to 20 seconds, those linemen, they're not going to be able to go for a full drive. They've got to switch in and out. So it's a good thing that they got some depth on that offensive line.
Yeah, it's a good thing that they have more than just one guy that they feel comfortable with. The left side of the line has done extremely well. You've got Jeremiah Tofayano at left guard, and Vincent Jones is probably the brains of the whole operation at center. And they're going to be, it's a struggle to adjust to a fast tempo offense like this, but they've done well so far.
Well, and also, what's your thinking on, now they've had some spread offense in the past. They haven't had an up-tempo offense, so they got these big, bulky linemen, 310-pounders. Okay, but now if they're going to the speed-up offense, have they got the correct type of lineman in there that can go the speed game?
Well, we'll see. We'll see, honestly. And they're doing okay right now, but practice speed is never game speed. Rod, you know when you played back in the 60s.
He went there.
Yeah. No, but we'll see. But they like what they're doing, and obviously, I mean, it's a lot of it. Let's keep it in perspective a little bit. It's spring ball, and everything that everybody's doing is the best they've ever seen.
Well, absolutely. So it's finish a successful spring practice. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, we'll check back with you in just a minute. All right, on Tuesday after the Utes spring football practice, Utes wide receiver Kenneth Scott took the mic from Robert Jackson, the man right here, the guy that we love that's bald, and he tried to see if he has a future in this business.
Okay, it's Kenneth Scott from KSL interviewing Dres Anderson. So how was today? How was practice today?
I mean, today went real good. You know, the offense was making a lot of plays. You know, K. Scott, man, he was making a lot of great back shoulder catches, and Dres made a good play during our live drill. And offense is coming together. Defense is still doing good, though. I appreciate them and the work they give us every day.
That's good. So as far as right now, you think the offense is ready as far as us barely getting into it?
Yeah, I mean, we're moving fast. I mean, it's a whole new offense we're learning. And we've been having to do that every year, but we're getting into it. We're getting our rhythm down with our quarterbacks, and everything's moving well.
Okay, so as far from the team stuff, for your personal goals this year, what do you like to accomplish? What is your goal set for this year?
I mean, I just want to be somebody that our team can depend on, you know? You know, somebody that the little kids can look up to, and I'm making plays on 3rd and long. Just a dependable guy.
6 for 6?
6 for 6 all day, baby.
I'm talking about. Nice interviewing with you, brother.
Nice.
Okay, I want to know, do you guys get that little hand grab and a little chest bump after every interview?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No.
You know what? I think you guys should just go up there with a camera and a mic and forget all that other stuff and just let Dres, tell you exactly what's going on.
Dres and Kenneth, I'll tell you, Kenneth has a great personality, and he just got, the other day, he just took the mic.
He just took the mic right from me, and he did a tremendous job. He definitely has a future in the sports reporting business. Okay. A lot more than we do, I guess.
It's going to take your job, Rod.
Yeah, well, stand in line, so is everybody else. Besides football, it's another big week for the University of Utah. How about the Utah women's basketball team advancing all the way to the WNIT championship game at Drexel in Philadelphia Saturday afternoon at 3. Let's go back to Wednesday. The Utes taking on Kansas State in Manhattan, Kansas. The Utes were led by their star Michelle Plouffe and Taryn Wojciechowski. Plouffe had a game-high 24 points, 13 rebounds. Wojciechowski had 18 points and 17 rebounds. Utes hold Kansas State to only 28% shooting on their home floor. How about that? They get the win 54-46. So the Utes will face the Drexel Dragons Saturday. We'll have highlights on Sports Beat at 6:30 and 10:30. Meanwhile, the Utah gymnastics team beginning its quest for a berth in the 2013 NCAA championships on Saturday in Tuscaloosa. That's the regional in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. The meet will start at 6 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Utah time in the Coliseum on the Alabama campus. The teams in order of seed are Alabama, Utah, Denver, Kent State, BYU, and Iowa State. Utah must finish in the top 2 to advance to the record 38th straight NCAA championship and 32nd straight NCAA championship. 12 teams from 6 regionals will qualify into the NCAA championships. And if that's all confusing to you, it's confusing to me. But you know what? They just got to finish better than anybody else. That's all. And then they'll go to the NCAA championship. Remember, you don't have to go too far to listen to the Utecast every week. Mike and Robert will team up with guys from InsideTheUtes.com to talk about all things Utah sports, including recruiting. You can listen in live or download the podcast and listen when it's most convenient for you. Coming up on Sports Beat Saturday, Jeremiah Jensen caught up with Denver Nuggets point guard Andre Miller, of course, former Ute. He was in town playing the Jazz this week.
It's nothing compared to, the college experience that I had here.
It's a clinic to be a part of, as from a standpoint of running a team and being a point guard player.
Okay, that's Sports Beat Saturday. I don't mean stand up. Okay, that's Mike. That's Robert. What are we calling this again?
The Crimson Corner.
The Crimson Corner.
Yeah.
It's TV on the internet, all red. Okay, so got anything else to add?
No, just watch. We're going to be trying to do this every week to make sure everybody knows what's going on up on the hill.
Okay.
So,
see you.
Around, gets a block from Wilson, and what a block it was.